Ladies, gents and teddy bears, Ted and I are on Dartmoor and we're going to locate a US Navy B-24 Liberator which crashed in 1943. Before you attempt to do this, please make sure you have the correct footwear and the right clothing. And please do not attempt this without an ordnance survey map, whether it's a physical map or one on your phone, a compass, and also if you have one, a GPS watch. We've provided you with the exact coordinates to get you there safely. Now please remember, the weather on Dartmoor can be extremely harsh and foggy just like that. It can also be very boggy and challenging along the way. To get us to the crash site safely, Ted and I are going to use a silver compass and an ordnance survey map, and we're going to use a 1-2-3 system, a system that can tell you the precise direction of travel. Now as long as you know where you are and where you need to be, you can use the compass to guide you to where you need to be safely. Now we're parked at Prewley Moor car park and we know where the crash site is. Now we're parked just about here, and the crash site which we've provided the coordinates is here. Now all you need to do is use the base plate. Now there is a direction of travel arrow. All you need to do is make a line where you need to be and where you're parked, okay? And you turn the bezel to mark up these lines. Now there's a red arrow in there, not a flying one, and you need to match up those blue lines that go down. They're called north lines. Once you've matched that, you've got to turn the compass so that the red needle fits inside the orienting arrow. You see that? You turn it and that will give you the precise direction of travel, which is southeast. You can do this many times along the way to get you to exactly where you need to be. So if you know where you are, you can then turn the bezel so that the orienting lines match the north lines. Keep turning it until the red arrow fits into the orienting arrow. Dartmoor has many tours and landmarks which can help guide you to get to where you need to be. Now Sourton Tours is just there. And overlooking us on our left along the way to the crash site will be Blacktor. Ted, give us a little pan there, mate. You ready? Let's carry on. This here is Shelston Tor. This is Meldon Reservoir. Now you can get to the crash site via the car park from Meldon Reservoir, but it means that you'll have to cross a river. Ted and I have decided to start from Prewley Moor and be on the right side of the river.
Ted walking backwards there.
Now we can see Blacktor Copse as well, and further down is the River West Oakmont. So we've travelled just over 2 miles and we've just got a little bit further to go before we approach the B-24 crash site. Many brave men made the ultimate sacrifice during World War II, and many left their homes and headed for Britain to fight in the name of freedom. Many brave airmen not knowing if they would return from a mission, yet alone making it back home. World War II resulted in many losses, but not all were due to combat. Some were the result of harsh weather, and Dartmoor, although an area of outstanding beauty and its landscapes, it is also famous for its severe, blinding fog. One of the most puzzling crash sites was that of US Navy PB4Y-1 Liberator that crashed on Dartmoor just after Christmas on the 28th of December 1943, which killed all 10 aircrew. 15 US Navy Liberator bombers based at RAF Dunkeswell, home of Fleet Air Wing 7, were on a seek and destroy mission over the Atlantic at the Bay of Biscay. Their targets were a fleet of 11 enemy destroyers, and the Liberator 63926, part of VB-110 bombing squadron, was part of a flight of 15 and departed Dunkeswell on the 28th of December 1943. Whilst patrolling the vicinity of the Bay of Biscay, the Liberator encountered and engaged with 2 enemy fighters, but the enemy fighters retreated, leaving 63926 to finish its mission. It is believed that the Liberator still had a full payload when it started to make its return to base at RAF Dunkeswell. The Liberator crossed the coastline of the southwest of England and headed eastbound towards Dartmoor and started to descend, but it was here that the aircraft encountered thick, harsh fog. They were only about 40 miles from home, and it was between Blacktor and Corn Ridge where the aircraft crashed into the hillside, killing all crew on board. The aircraft wreckage was strewn over a quarter of a mile, and there were no reports of any serious radio messages from the crew. Most of the wreckage of 63926 was removed from the moor due to some complaints from various Dartmoor conservationists. Now, in 1973, the Devon Aircraft Research and Recovery Team came back to the crash site to see if there were any pieces of the wreckage that were missed. One of the Pratt & Whitney engines has actually been carefully restored. There is a memorial stone. Now, to locate this, it is a very, very steep climb southwest up the hillside from the crash site. Please take care up there, as it is very, very steep.